Heck yeah, it's killing the identity. Let us discuss. Yo, it's Valley B. Please subscribe if you're digging the content. Before I give my candid opinions on Xbox and PlayStation, here's a bit of context on my current fanboy status and disclaimer on how I will approach these sensitive subjects. I am now simply a fanboy connoisseur, reminiscent of the days where General MLD, Blackbuster Critic, Solid Rev, Black Bond, El Presador, Trey for Life ruled the ancient realms of YouTube. I wish peace and prosperity to all the fanboy ancestors that provided me with great biased content. These guys walk so that Dreamcast guy and King David can run. Forgive me, I am not well versed on other modern fanboys. I, of all people, understand that fanboys provide great entertainment value, and I have no judgment for those who indulge on that side of YouTube. With that said, I do not talk as a fanboy, but as a grown, rational man. But, by all means, feel free to interpret my words. This is YouTube after all. GamePass has proven why Microsoft is a better service provider than as a console seller, as it eclipses the identity of the Xbox I know and love. It is becoming more of a reality that we may never get the Xbox that we had in the peak 360 days. Peak 360 days, you ask? Oh, let me tell you guys a grand story. There were a great range of games like Gears, Crackdown, Lost Odyssey, to name a few. Online multiplayer games with peak matchmaking from Halo 3 and early COD. Peak indie gaming like Castle Crashers and Shadow Complex under the Xbox Live Arcade banner. Xbox 360 was my first foray into mainstream online gaming and is sentimental to me. The nostalgia alone warps my mind and making me think that it is my favorite console ever. Somewhere between SNES and PS2. This is why it pains me to say this. My love of Xbox now is based on the love I had for it then. It feels like Microsoft has put me in the friend zone for 15 years and I'm still waiting on her like a sensitive wimp. The gods of Algo will not allow me to shorten that term. Lots of false hope throughout the years, right? Any Halo game post Bungie? Nah. Gears 4, Gears 5, meh. Gorgeous to look at. Okay moments at times, but meh. It's going back to the prequels after all. Sony, on the other hand, has been reliable for most of its inception. I'd say only 2 times where things look funny for them was the first few years after the PS3 launch and right now, as the alleged $4 million loss on Concord didn't help the situation. Although it's severely lacking in games now, it is one great showcase away from fully redeeming itself. Emphasis on great showcase, not just anything. Sony's like a good student whose parents recently got divorced, so he's doing drugs with the wrong crowd, whereas Xbox is the student selling them on the corner like those Dangerous Minds, Lean On Me type movies, and we, as gamers, are putting overtime to convince him that he has potential. However, in the last few years, Microsoft flipped the gaming industry on its head and proceed to give the best value known in gaming history. We all know it is Game Pass, giving you an exceptional service of a large catalog of relevant day one anticipating games, one low monthly price that keeps creeping up, a PC catalog of games and relevant titles, cross save, which is one of my favorite things in modern gaming. But what did it cost Microsoft? As Thanos would say, everything. And we know we are starting to slowly see that the rise of Game Pass is the downfall of the Xbox we know and love. And here are 2 reasons why. Number 1, Xbox hardware is no longer needed. Because of Microsoft's commitment to Game Pass, the service has become greater than the machine. Let's say you're a PS5 player with a newer Samsung TV. Take that. Let's say you have a modern computer from the last 3 to 5 years. Take that. Oh, you got one of those ROG Ally thingies. Take that. An Amazon Fire Stick? Take that. Pretty soon, everything that has electricity will be take that, take that, take that. Xbox's current motto, I believe, is you play what you want, where you want. Sure, spreading your services like a pimp has its own lucrative advantages, perhaps better than the one you're currently dealing with. But by doing that, Microsoft has sent a message that the Xbox console, as we know it, is redundant, thus irrelevant, and would be an unwise purchase moving forward into future generations. Not to mention, Microsoft has and is continuing to give away its once exclusive titles deemed as bargaining chips. Microsoft has given it faster than we could say Diddy's super special awesome freak off sleepover extravaganza. Even PlayStation, the direct competition of Xbox, or as the young folks say, the op, is getting some of that action. The funny thing is, despite Microsoft busting it wide open for everyone, they would prefer Xbox enthusiasts to stay loyal to them, hoping that we neglect the wise teachings of Chris Breezy when he has warned humanity that these folks ain't loyal. With all that said, I am 1000% getting a PS6 and a Switch 2 before getting the next Xbox console. Side note, my normal MO would be to get the PlayStation console last because all those single player games get real cheap real fast. Overall, some detractors would say Microsoft is expanding Xbox Game Pass and its exclusives. I say it's diluting it. On to number 2. The second reason why Game Pass is killing Xbox is the fact that they are now contingent on popular multiplats instead of its own games. From buying several former multi-platform companies to negotiating with the ones that it can't buy, Xbox bread and butter is contingent upon popular franchises entering its subscription service. Nothing else matters. By the way, happy Black Ops 6 days, guys. Have a ball after you watch my video. The Xbox of yesteryear would have duked it out game for game with PlayStation. Talking last gen, right? Sunset Overdrive, Rise Son of Rome, Quantum Break. Those games were getting closer and closer to reshaping Xbox's identity. And I think had Microsoft continued this trend, they may have perhaps reached a gold mine that could have ended up becoming an IP as big as Gears or Halo. PlayStation, on the other hand, has a wide range of iconic popular IPs that consistently bring Sony credibility to the next level in the games industry. But when Xbox hits, it hits hard and transcends gaming. Halo in its heyday was the equivalent of GTA at one point, if not bigger, as an exclusive game. Sony's biggest game I could think of is The Last of Us. Even with very popular TV success, it does not hit the mainstream as hard as Halo did during Prime Bungie. I know I'm gonna get cooked for this. Let me have it. Comments below. I know. Still love you. The original Gears trilogy was also a beast in popularity, especially with the iconic Mad World ad. Going back to the main point, that had Microsoft maintained the Xbox 360 mindset, it would have allowed them to produce cool, exclusive games with great multiplayer and an engaging story. The closest thing that Xbox had to an engaging IP recently was Hi-Fi Rush, but it was shut down and sold off, all the while being spread out and played with on all street corners around a multi-platform world. And yes, I'm aware this video has several metaphors relating to whores, but I can't find a better metaphor to describe what Microsoft is doing to its games. Hi-Fi Rush represented some of the spirit that Xbox used to have that we have not seen in a while. And it's sad to know that we may never see a true exclusive Xbox juggernaut. To end my thoughts on this take, Game Pass is on the chopping block because the next 12 months will be a deciding factor on if it can be a sustaining service moving forward. Other analysts believe that COD Black Ops 6 will be a huge predictor on Game Pass's future. All I can say is, while Game Pass is on the chopping block, Xbox, the system we know and love, is chopped and finito. I don't see it coming back to 360 prominence, and I hope I'm wrong. I will end on a positive note though, by asking the question, what does the ideal Microsoft look like in 2024 and beyond? How can Xbox move forward and beyond and secure a great future where enthusiasts of Xbox and everyone it wants to open its services to can be all united in a happy Xbox Microsoft world? My message is to you, Microsoft, to help you in your ideal future. It's very, very simple. Do your thing with Game Pass, but keep Halo and Gears off of PlayStation and Nintendo. Those two franchises are the core identity of Xbox, and if it goes to Sony, there will be absolutely no reason to own an Xbox machine and every reason to own a PlayStation or a Nintendo instead. Truth is, I love all three systems, and each of them has its own identity. Blessed be the holy trinity of console gaming and a spoiled stepchild known as PC that gets everything it wants. Moving on to bonus content, where I'm going to provide some thoughts on the Xbox Partner Program and discuss if there's anything worth getting excited about. Alright guys, we finna watch this partner showcase and see what Xbox has cooking.
I keep coming back to this page. The author's clearly awake. It's like he's warning us, but...
Alright, so this one is going to be Alan Wake 2. I want to bring your attention to something. So I'm not going to watch this whole trailer. We know Alan Wake 2. We know what time it is. This picture right here. So Federal Bureau of Control. This has to be connecting the Control universe with the Alan Wake. I played Alan Wake 1. I've played Control. Need to play the second one. And Federal Bureau of Control, it looks like it's going to... I hope it's going to connect the games here. I hope it's going to connect the games. Let's see here. all of this stuff looks like Control. Like, I'm looking at this here.
Situation in the lake house. All agents converge on the facility now.
I'm outside.
Definitely Control vibes. If that's the case, then, which I'm sure it is, like there has to be some type of connection. I know there's been that rumor going on the whole time, but definitely play that. So let's go into this next game. Alright, lots of people been talking about this one too. I know I'm late to these things, but they're late to them. Alright, so I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of times CGI is a no-go, right? We know the game. Just, it's like you see it, the CGI looks cool, but it kind of does nothing for us except for this. This looks crazy. Like a deer at Cronos. Alright, this is worthy of a pause, right? I wonder if games like these are now considered outdated. The fast-paced arena shooter in a contained area. Like those were gold back in the days, but now it's all about heroes and shooting and powers. But I like this, but I think it's worth seeing if this is a dying genre. I don't know. I hope it's not.
I'm
playing Yakuza 0 trying to get through everything, but I am so behind on this game. A lot of it seems overwhelming. Yeah, God bless if you caught up. I hope you're enjoying these games. I hear lots of good things.
A clue, a lead. What more could a mouse detective want?
I have to say this. This is very creative. This is very pleasing to watch. It really looks like indies are the new source of creativity. Like, there's easily a video I could make about that. I want to make it. So many things down in the pipelines. Pause. But this is really creative. This cartoon thing, FPS cartoon, shoot 'em up, bang bang.
Eureka! This is a real mouse changer.
Alright, so I'm not seeing a lot of Game Pass. Normally I'd see coming day one on Game Pass. This is making me think, is Microsoft trying to trick the psyche of its consumers? I know you're thinking about Game Pass, but check out these cool games for us to buy too or something like that. So normally I'd see Game Pass, it's like I'm getting it for free, but I'm like, you might have to, you know what I mean? I can't have my facial expressions. You might see me make a facial expression like I don't care about this, and I can't hide it. I don't want to dive in. No, thank you. Guys, if the next thing is like some cat or some, you know, Tetris and, you know, Sonic hugging his mom or something, like I'm not watching it. I'm sorry. If we're doing viewing, we got to view something for me to talk about, not something for me to something that sucks. Subnautica doesn't suck. I just haven't played it. It's not for me. Enjoy. We're trying to make content here. Gotta be worth a conversation or a thought.
Learn more exclusively.
In the shadows all along, because if these shadows are allowed to remain with.
See, told you. Not He did not see this. Sorry, that's what it sounds like to me. Oh, I don't care. Konami, yeah. Interesting. Oh, Game Pass. So maybe it's not advertising. You know, Xbox is like, oh, play it on Game Pass. Right after every trailer. I didn't see that. I saw the little Game Pass thing on that. So that looks like a cool little game. You know, nice little ROG Ally. By the way, you see my first video. I love that ROG Ally.
And all that still live before the end. They mourn, struggle in anguish and despair.
Alright, can we officially adopt Souls-like into the gaming industry vocabulary? I think it is. We all call it that, but even Xbox is starting to call it that. Like, again, Metroidvania, it seemed like it was a made-up gamer term, but it's official. Just like this, Souls-like. Dang, is Dark Souls a good game. Made its old genre. Good for Dark Souls. Eternal Strands looks meh. It looks okay. Sorry, guys. Can I give it a few seconds? Like, I'm a grown man here. I'm like, yo, like, we could rewind. This ain't live. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to subject myself or subject you to this. Like, come on. A couple more seconds. Nope. Don't care what you... No, wheel world. I'll wheel it out of here. Like, no parts. Okay. No, thank you.
My dearest child, this island offers everything you may need in your precious life. Vast forests.
Alright, so I don't mean to be a perv, but I did see the side boob. That was the first thing I see. What the heck?
Roaring rivers and mountains of rock and ice. You are old enough now to know that for every bit of goodness in this world, an opposing force exists. In the heat of the earth resides a darkness you cannot fathom. Sepe, be
Is that Kenna's little brother?
resilient, be resourceful. Be brave, my son. Stay in the light.
Wait, was I just co-signing a dude side boob? Hey, yo, pause. I'm not trying to look at side boobs again, but what the yo? What?
This island off.
Ah, no, I'm not gay. Pause. Hey, yo. Yeah, cook me. Y'all can cook me. If you stayed at the end of this video and you just saw me seeing side boob, but it really wasn't, and hey, yo, I don't want to have this woke conversation. Kind of looks like a girl. It's like like a they that. I don't want to get to that, bro. Like, there's some great channels that talks about that stuff. It ain't for me. I have thoughts, but mistake in my lane. Stay in my lane.
The Ming Dynasty is dead. Although I swore to protect it, I failed.
Yo, them Asian, Chinese, Hong Kong games, whatever. Yeah, they be coming through, boy. Yeah. We gotta talk. Western gamer developers. You see this? We want this. We like this. Bro, them Chinese, I don't want to be offensive. Like, Chinese, right? The culture, the Chinese culture is developing fire right now. And it's awesome. That's all I want to say. Keep it up.
And fate is mine to command.
WuShang. It's coming to Game Pass. Yo. I know my whole video, hey, Game Pass is killing Xbox. Sure it is. But I am a Game Pass consumer. I know a good deal when I see one, but WuShang, trying to say that correctly. Fallen Feathers. Yo, and a female heroine, man? Yo, who said we don't like female heroines, man? Like, she didn't have to have her, her things, but that looked cool, man. Jeez. You gotta do some type of talk with Chinese games and, and Eastern and Western games, something like that, man, because, yo, we out here developing poop.
This place was always dangerous and weird. Policy and procedure used to keep us in control. But now, we need a new approach. Welcome to Firebreak.
Is it in the Control universe? Most likely. Remedy. Just a couple thoughts. I'll just go back and see Cronos, the chess killer, right? That stood out to me, and WuShang stood out to me. Everything else, it's like wait and see. Some look intriguing. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Cronos. Blind Fire, it looks cool. A little bit out of the multiplayer excitement here, but I can see the appeal of a game like this. Like a pirate, feel so behind. I don't know. Let me know. Like, can you just pick up and go to this and play this? You're probably like 1,000 hours of gameplay to play through all the Yakuza games and stories to get to this. Same reason why I don't watch One Piece. Too many episodes. Heck yeah, this one. Mouse. What is it? Mouse PI for Hire. That game looks very creative. It looks very intriguing. I don't find a lot of games that's intriguing. Like, if I see something cool, it's like meh. But to be intriguing and like, hey, I'm looking forward to playing this, doesn't happen a lot, especially in 2024. So kudos to Mouse PI for Hire. WuShang looks like good times. Good times. Yeah, that just looks like good times. There's a difference between a game, like this looks good, like I'm going to play the heck out of that, and this game looks intriguing. Big difference. But anyway, thanks for watching. I really appreciate their support and your love. Let me know some other gaming topics to discuss. Yeah, I want to cover these things a little bit sooner. I don't have enough clout to do a live view yet, but I'll definitely do something after. And I want to fast forward through crap, because yeah, I can't watch an hour and then just seeing, you know, people giving away flowers and it's like, oh, it's an attack on humanity. Like, you give them a flower and you love them. I'm like, nah, man, get that game. Get it a F away from me. I want no parts. Anyway, guys, take it easy. Have a great day. See you in the next video.